Cancer. Thanks for joining me. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your June 2016 forecast for the month. I am happy to be here. I'm shuffling the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. It's my go-to deck if you're new to the channel. Thank you for subscribing and for viewing. And if you are one of my loyal viewers, I appreciate your subscription a lot, and thank you for tuning in this month. Let's start June on the 4th with our new moon at 14 degrees of Gemini. And when Gemini is activated, which she is throughout most of the month, this is affecting the house of rest for Cancer. And this is a great place to be when it's close to your solar return. It's to get your recuperative rest before the sun enters your first house. So, new moon intention in the 12th. This is about the dream life. It's about releasing habit or addiction. If you'd like to give up a vice at this time, this is a great time to do so, to start fresh for the solar return. Mercury joins this sector as well on the 12th in the sign of Gemini through the 29th of June. So the communications in the dream sector always means messages, communications. We are all downloading information. And the analysis and review of the dream life can come to play in June between the 12th and the 29th when Mercury is in this sector for you. I always keep a journal by my bedside, typically throughout the year, but especially if I see a Mercury transit in my 12th, that is very detailed information that you can get through REM sleep. So I love that for Cancer, who is also very instinctive to begin with and receptive because of the water sign energy that you have, Cancerian. On the 17th, Venus enters your sign, so we love this. Through the 12th of July, Venus is the beautiful aesthetic, is Aphrodite, the goddess of attraction and love, and possessions and money in the first house of body and self. So in the top half of the month, Venus is in Gemini, and the second half of the month, she's in Cancer. So Cancerians are looking their best. There is a smoothing over and a balance to your physique and how you're handling the self. You're gaining a better sense of balance over the body. Also on the 17th, there's an aspect taking place with Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius in the 6th house of health and daily routine, squaring up against Neptune and Pisces in the 9th house of education and foreign travel. So, the 17th, there's some discord on this day. Not a tremendous, a lot of harmonious support is not available on that day. There could be an uncomfortable energy in order to make change in your life, a health change. Saturn's review in this sector exists for you through the 21st of December of 2017. So there's a long time with this health review or this work review, the review within the details of the hours and the structures of your day, squaring up against the nebulous energy of Neptune, the rose-colored glasses of Neptune in the certification sector. Maybe some of you don't think you need to pass certain tests or tasks in the 6th house for the job that you're doing, but these are required of you. Some education might be required that you're putting off. The restriction might become so uncomfortable that you decide to do something about it around the 17th. But also, three days later, there is a full moon on the 20th, on our summer solstice, the day the sun moves into Cancer. There's a full moon at 29 degrees of Sagittarius in that 6th house. So that square, that's at an exact 12 degrees between the 6th house and the 9th house of Sagittarius and Pisces. There's an ending now in this sector. You could end the position at work. You could have passed something of certification of some sort and moved on in the career, or you could end the health, the job sector entirely, end something that you're doing. Or health ailments can come to complete closure at that time. Restriction with the diet is also coming up. with Saturn in the 6th. You really need to watch what foods you're eating and what is responding to you and what is not. And on the 20th, you might decide to let some of this go. Endings in the 6th house of diet. And on the 20th, the sun enters Cancer in your 1st house. Happy solar return, happy Cancer birthday to all of you Cancerians. This is a little bit earlier. I was born on June 21, and the sun was in Gemini at the time of my birth at 8:04 in the morning, a million years ago. But now the sun is in Cancer on the 20th, so happy solar return, happy birthday. This is marvelous energy because the sun will be conjunct Venus this year for your birthday. So that's fabulous energy. On the 26th, or if you were born in June, if you're a June Cancerian, on the 26th, circle this day for fabulous energy. Jupiter in Virgo in the 3rd house of communications, trining Pluto in Capricorn in the 7th house of relationship at an exact 16 degrees. This is great for people who are in relationship, who are looking for relationship, who are communicating online. Meeting someone in your neighborhood is strongly suggested in the local areas that you'd visit. So if you're single and you're wanting to meet someone, I would get out on the 26th. Stay local, 3rd house. If you stay local, there's a better chance for this connection because of the 3rd house trining harmoniously 120 degrees away from Pluto, the intensity area in relationship sector, in the marriage sector. Yeah, I like this. I actually like the last 4 days of June a lot. The 29th, Mars goes direct. Yay! 23 degrees of Scorpio in that sister brother water sign in the 5th house. Very fun leisure house, creative house, house of children. So there's stamina and energy for children, stamina for creative projects and entrepreneurial endeavors. Mars retrogrades once every 2 years, and for about 3 to 4 months at a time. So we needed him direct in this area for you, Cancer. And we end the month on the 30th with a grand Earth trine. I mentioned Jupiter in Virgo and Pluto in Capricorn, but when the moon enters Taurus on the last day, that ignites a very stable, secure Earth trine to end the month of June. I've been shuffling the whole reading, and this is my alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. And let's see what comes up for Cancer for the month of June. And if you'd like to book with me, I read all through the month. You can book your reading at audreyallison.com. And I'll get back to you in a day or two with an email to set up the appointment. Cancer, here are your cards. Wow, this came up the last reading, and it started it. You know, a lot of us are, with the Mars retrograde, the Saturn retrograde, and the Mercury retrograde that we were having, we're coming out of feeling a little bit defeated, depleted. Depleted of energy is where I'll start with that. And maybe at a loss with something, but we'll see what comes up. Wow, this was available in the reading that came up with as well. This is about the diet, too, and initiating change and taking action, getting active. In the 6th house, too, where the health is being evaluated with Saturn and our full moon there. Also the 5th house of creativity and taking action, being fertile ideas. I'm sorry, not ideas. Fertile creativity. Taking action and being your own initiator is what I want to say. The 8 of Wands, cutting your losses, removing one objective off your plate, one creative beast off your plate. You might have too many irons in the fire, and something needs to be released in order to have success with it. The 2 of Swords. This could be a verbal debate coming up against someone intellectually. The swords are mercurial. They're ruled by the air, the thoughts, the mind, the intellect, the speech. So a verbal debate. some of you feel like you did not succeed in a creative endeavor, a sense of rejection, or, okay, I'm hearing that an attempt at fertility could have failed. So for any of you who have miscarried, and that's interesting, I said this in another reading. I forget the sign. What sign? Virgo. Thank you. Okay, so in Virgo, I said this about fertility as well. And maybe this is how many times you've been trying. You're cutting off these attempts. Communicate about what it is you're thinking and wanting in this situation. Starting with this is better than ending with it. So having this follow, it means, this could manifest. Nothing is over until, it's over. So don't give up on the initial goal. Don't give up on it. Communicate about it. And maybe take one bit of pressure off of yourself. Take some pressure off of you and take something off of your plate. And you can handle the tasks more readily and effortlessly. Cancer, I hope this was helpful. I'm thanking you so much for viewing the channel and wishing you a beautiful June. I will see you soon. And remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.